Hey guys, Justin Nelson here, and today I'm going to bring you what I learned from scaling a real estate business and coaching over 10,000 real estate agents in the past year, and more importantly, how I uncovered the mega agent secret of virtual assistants. So, what is the secret, Justin? The secret is virtual assistant leverage. That's it. That's the secret. And it took me years to master. And I failed many times, so give me just 15 minutes to show you my exact journey. Here's my journey. I got my real estate license at 19 years old. I was super young. I launched and sold $360,000 in commissions in just my first 16 months in real estate. Everyone thought that I was killing it. I bought the car and I built my dream house at 20 years old, 4-bed, 3-bath, 3-car garage, the whole 9 yards. The problem was that I was working 80 plus hours a week. I didn't spend time with my friends or my family, but I was ranked in the top 1% of agents nationwide, but was unhappy at the end of the day. I was living to work, not working to live. Over the next 3 years, I helped grow a big team. Then my journey really started when I got invited to go on the road. Because of the success we had achieved, I was invited to speak in over 135 locations to over 10,000 real estate agents. So I put in 300 days on the road doing the same thing every single day, teaching real estate agents across the country. And so many different places, so many different types of markets. It was one of the best experiences of my life. But it was just to teach them how we built what we built. During this journey, I learned a ton from all the real estate agents I taught. The number one thing was 99% of them were just like me before I found the secret. They were a slave to their own business. They felt overwhelmed. They were missing their kids' school events. Marriages were falling apart. There was just not enough time in the day. It then hit me. I know how to fix this. The part I left out of my story is while I was on the road, I fixed my business. And it only took one small tweak. While I was on the road, one of my mentors told me I needed a VA, which was a radical idea. As my previous coach says, it wasn't in my budget yet to have an assistant. I had built 2 businesses now to multiple 6 figures each in just 6 months using virtual assistants. I learned virtual assistants could do absolutely anything. Yes, anything. And on average, I was only paying $3 to $5 an hour. So my team grew fast and big. My income doubled every year, and my hours didn't increase. I got more time back with my family, and I got what most agents want: a love and passion again for my business. So while on the road, I compiled a list of everything that we as real estate agents did that could be done by a $3 an hour VA. And not only the things that we do daily in real estate, but the things that we as agents didn't like to do. The agents I met, they didn't like to do certain tasks. The tasks that were repetitive, that we as real estate agents weren't good at. But more importantly, the small tasks that just piled up and took away from you hanging with your kids, your friends, your family, the whole 9 yards. And these were the tasks that also took away from lead generation. Let's say you want to make, or you do already make, $100,000 a year in real estate and want to grow. And you desire in a perfect world to work only 40 hours per week. That's $52 per hour. Your time is worth $52 per hour. Now, let's say you make $200,000 and you are trying so hard to get to $300,000. Your time is worth $104 per hour. Heck, maybe you're bringing in just $50,000 a year. That's still incredible. Your time is still worth $25 an hour. So here's the mega agent secret that was revealed to me to grow and get my time back. The secret that gave me my life back and helped me build an actual business. Out of the 10,000 plus students I taught on the road, 98% of them did not have a single assistant. So my question for you is how many lawyers do you know that have no assistants? How many dentists do you know without a receptionist? Y'all, Look at all the things you do. We pre-qualify buyers, we call lenders weekly, we do client meetings, we set up office files, we write monthly newsletters, we're supposed to be cleaning our CRM, we're supposed to be calling our past clients, we're supposed to be resolving every darn God problem that exists in real estate, whether it's our fault or not. We're making CMAs, we're presenting offers, we're supposed to be driving buyers to clients. There is just not enough time in the day, especially if you have a family and if your business is growing like I know it is. And so we are some unicorns. I tell you what, we are a breed of people unlike any other breed of people. But even a unicorn isn't happy if it's drowning in its business. How can someone possibly do all of those things and grow a big business? And even more importantly, sustain it. You're a workhorse. I know you are. But that pace can't be sustained long term. And, you can't be sustained long term and not go crazy or have to work 80 plus hours. And I know that because I was there. My friends have been there. My mentors have been there. Everybody I talked to has been there until they found the secret. Look around your market. I would almost guarantee most of the top agents have some type of assistance. Yes, I know there are rare exceptions of a solo agent closing 100 deals by themselves, or at least you think they do. Number one, most of them don't tell you they have VAs. The people on stage that look like they're closing a ton of homes, they do close a ton of homes. But one of the things that I learned with behind the scenes masterminds with some of the country's greatest solo agents, they have virtual assistants and they still call themselves solo agents. Number two is most of them are not happy if they have no assistance and find a way to close 100 deals. They are just not happy human beings. There might be a rare exception out there. I just have not found one. Now, on the outside, they look happy and life looks perfect. As a solo agent, it is so hard to take a vacation and actually unplug. Many of us that even run teams, it's still hard for us to unplug. But I get it. You also might not want a team. Justin, I don't want a team. I want to be a solo agent. Just because you don't want a team doesn't mean you can't take advantage of the secret. So why don't agents have assistants? Well, at the root, a commission-only job to even the best of us can be a roller coaster. Maybe a $50,000 month, then a $25,000 month, and then maybe we have a month where, whoops, maybe a $0 month, right? The ebbs and flows of a commission business, especially in our beginning years, can be a roller coaster. So it's hard to imagine having a $3,000 a month salary for a full-time assistant looming over your head every 2 weeks. My first few full-time assistants at $3,000 plus a month, they didn't last. And it was just because I couldn't handle the pressure of that obligation. And depending on your location, $3,000 monthly is on the very, very low end. With a virtual assistant at $3 per hour, you can spend roughly $500 a month for a full-time assistant. Now let's pause for a second. Time out. What in your life do you currently spend more than $500 on monthly? A car payment maybe? Your coffee addiction? Your Amazon addiction? Now that you know, you can have a full-time assistant, because here's the thing, I know that most of us can think and find $500 in our life, even if our spouse is the one spending it, we can find somewhere we're spending $500. So now that you know you can have a rockstar assistant for $500 a month full-time, you can never again say, I wish I had an assistant. Now, if you say, Justin, this isn't possible, I'm going to show you 110 people who say it is. And I can show you 12 people on my team who also will say it is. Because if you can't afford a $500 assistant, go ahead and turn this off. This video is not for you. You're not ready to know the secret yet. So I don't want to waste your time. Go hang out with your kids. Keep growing your business. This is not for you. Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought. You're still here. You probably found a way that you could afford $500 a month. Unpause. So let's just review a few tasks that you should not be doing as a real estate agent in your business that your new VA can do for you. Tasks that if you give to someone else, you would have an abundance of time back. So I'm going to literally go through all of these just to hammer it in. These are the list of things that I compiled that real estate agents can have their virtual assistants do. Listing inputs, scheduling showings, confirming meetings, managing your calendar, creating your marketing flyers, cleaning up your CRM. Guys, there's a gold mine that your CRM is just a mess right now. Maybe you don't have a CRM. The VAs can fix that. Facebook marketing, and that includes all social media marketing. They can run VIP Facebook groups for you. They can audit your files. They can track down signatures. They can do video editing. They can do call recording. If you're on calls, they can be taking notes. They can be updating your CRM while you're lead generating. They can be doing daily task send outs to you to remind you what you need to do. They can manage your contractor list. They can do your bookkeeping. They can help you recruit. They can do cold messaging on Facebook. They can find data for you if you're lead generating. They can onboard your new team members. They can help track down reviews after closing. They can run your client care department and serve as an outreach for you. They can write handwritten notes after your meetings and send them to them. Yes, VAs can write handwritten notes via some cool systems. They can even help your personal life, dinner reservations, flight reservations. They can help you compile all your numbers as you grow for daily lead gen. They can help you pull comps. Yes, a VA can pull comps. No, it's not illegal. I can show you how. Lead generation calls. They can help you create monthly newsletters. If you're starting a podcast, that's popular. They can help you track down feedback. Guys, buyer's agents are getting lazier and lazier. I know if you have a few listings on your books, it is so hard to get the damn buyer's agents just to give you feedback. Our VAs take care of all of that. They can send your weekly seller updates. If you're in a market where listings sit for a little while, I know that's not a lot of markets, but if it does, or even if you're just so busy, giving your seller weekly updates, your VA can do that in an effective manner. And if you don't think that they can, go ahead and turn this off, because we have 107 people just this year alone that say differently. They can help you do client appreciation events. They can help you monitor Facebook referral groups. You guys ever see those agents that win on Facebook? Obviously, you probably found me on Facebook, that monitor and they always win. It looks like they have this fan group. Their VAs are the ones that are jumping on it right away. Right? They can help you book your family vacations. They can help you order your groceries. They can help pay your bills. My VAs handle all my personal finances, everything in my personal life. They can help you do all of your receipt management, guys. The list goes on. Craigslist leads. You run a side business, they can help you with that. If you run property management, they can help you with that. The whole 9 yards. You guys can pause, rewind, and go watch that again if you want to see what are just a few of the tasks. Those 3 slides are just a few of the tasks that we see VAs in the real estate realm do for us. So let's go over the math. If you hired a VA at $500 per month, which is $6,000 a year, and all you had them do is work your database. So forget those 3 slides and all the cool things that they can do to give you time back to hang out with your kids and your loved ones, and all you had them do is work on your database. And on the tippy top bottom of the low end, they help you get one more buy/sell this year. If you take the United States average home sales price of $250,000, I don't know where you're at. You might be in $1 million market. You might be in a $100,000 market. Just plug your own math in. $250,000 times 2, 1 for the buy, 1 for the sell. Now let's just times it by 2.5%. I know not all markets are 3%. So that is $12,500 that your virtual assistant made you for spending 40 hours a month on your CRM, and that is it. Now, the reality is they're not going to do that, but could you imagine only spending $6,000 and getting $12,500 back in return? And if you're a good real estate agent, that listing probably bought you leads. They probably brought you other clients. Now you're talking $24,000, $25,000. You have a 4x ROI just from one task. And this is how we blew up our business and how we added so many team members, as we understood the math. Justin, this sounds too good to be true. Why don't more people do this if you say it works so well? Well, it's because of how the virtual assistant industry is set up. Let's talk about how they're set up and why this prevents the masses from learning the secret. The average virtual assistant company will charge you between $1,200 and $2,000 per month to get a full-time VA. Now, don't get me wrong, because I don't want no one hating on me. That's still a great deal. But usually on a 12-month contract those come with, and they have clauses that say the VA can never work directly for you. They can only work for you while you're paying the $1,250 to $2,000 monthly, as they're usually a subcontractor of that company. That VA is under contract with that company. So your destiny is in their hands. Now the VA company is getting an upcharge on you forever. I mean, how awesome is it that year number 5, when your assistant knows how to do everything in your business, that company is still sitting back and rolling in cash. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, and year 6. Oh, and they can raise prices yearly, which is totally fair because they're a business and need to make money because most likely they found the VA for you. They put the VA through a general real estate training, but the VA on average is only getting $400 to $800 of the $1,200 to $2,000. I know this because I have a recruitment team that is going up against these companies each and every day, and I know what they're paying their VAs, or I know closely within a range what they're paying their VAs, which is great income for them. So don't get me wrong, the typical VA company model is not a bad model. But then, my light bulb went off. I took for granted that I had built my own team by hand. I didn't use the big companies. I had recruited my own team. So I was able to pay just the $400 to $800 a month since they were working directly for me. I didn't have contracts, and guess what? I avoided the upcharges and controlled my own destiny. My VAs are getting paid competitively, if not better in most cases than the big box VA companies. So I told my head recruiter, her name is Shireen, we're going to help all my real estate agent friends, because remember, I had just met 10,000 of them on the road and said 98% of them could use this service. We're going to find them badass VAs just like you, Shireen. We're going to train their VAs. I mean, I'm a full-time real estate coach anyways, and I had helped build a team to over 877,000 in GCI before I hit the road. I had the systems. I had built the systems. I had helped create the systems. Now I just wanted to share it with all those who felt trapped. And I didn't want to share it to where those people had to do it themselves and increase their workload. That's the problem with coaching. When you coach someone how to do something, it usually adds more to their workload. Now, my goal wasn't to beat the other typical VA companies because remember, I think that their models are fine. Their model is sound and is right for some. But Sphere Rocket's one goal was to provide VAs to any real estate agent who needed leverage, whether that agent did 5 deals a year or 5,000 deals a year. And we were going to break the traditional model. I saw just how life-changing VAs were, and I became and am now more than ever addicted to helping agents like you get your time and sanity back. I wanted to remove all the friction points that agents would have in getting a VA so that every agent could get one. So we set up Sphere Rocket with no contracts, no long-term upcharges. Now you're like, Justin, how do you do that? And the best way that I can demonstrate this is by giving you an example, by relating it to our industry. When you go and help a buyer find a home, you get paid a commission for what you're worth because you are worth a lot. You provided training and support to your clients and took care of all their roadblocks before they even hit them. Yet you didn't now ask for them to pay you a monthly upcharge for the rest of time that they lived in the home. That just doesn't make any sense. Why would you ask your clients that you help them with the duty they asked you to do, charge them forever? Even though year 5 in the home, they probably don't have a lot of questions for you. You only got paid one time for what the task was at hand. So that's how Sphere Rocket VA was set up and why we have had the massive success we have had. Just the first few months of 2020 alone, we have helped 107 real estate agents just like you get a virtual assistant. And not only get a virtual assistant, but coach each and every agent on how to best maximize the virtual assistant. Most VA companies just give you a VA, tell you that they have been through real estate industry training, and wish you the best of luck over the next 12 months. So in our program, we not only give you a VA, we train you, we train the VA, and provide a community of other agents who share everything because they might be further ahead in the journey than you. Now, let's meet some of them.
Hey, this is Andrew Franklin with the Franklin the team at eXp Realty. We are based out of Houston, have a pretty big team of about 30 people. We'll do roughly 1,500 transactions this year, and been a good friend of Justin Nelson's for a while, and saw so many people using virtual assistants, and was very hesitant and unsure that it would be an option for us. We have some very high level and well-trained staff that have been on the team for many years that just kill it for us, and I just didn't know how it was going to fit in with someone overseas, and anything that's that low hourly rate just raises questions in my pessimistic mind. But we've now had a virtual assistant through Spear Rocket and Justin's company for a couple weeks now, and my staff cannot say enough amazing things about Jackie, who's our virtual assistant. She's taken a lot of work off their plates, does a great job, super responsive, perfect communication. It's just been wonderful, just kicking myself that I didn't do it sooner. With all the big teams and successful agents out there using it as a resource and ways to leverage their business and their life, it's truly a game changer for us. And it's not about if we're going to do it in the future. It's about how many virtual assistants we're going to have. So it's been wonderful. Thanks, Justin, for introducing us to this option and this ability to leverage our business.
All right, so we just heard from Andrew. Now, some of you guys are like, all right, Justin, Andrew sells 1,200 plus homes a year with a team of 30. That's great. Does that apply to me, though? Absolutely. Andrew just overcame someone that has $10,000 a month employees and said, I don't think they're going to be as good. And he just smashed that entire thought process. Now let's look at another agent that was more of a solo agent, and let's see what Matt had to say.
Sure, I got you here. How's everything going with your VA still rock and rolling?
Dude, I gotta tell you, where have you been for the last 10 years? I am so thankful. So my EA Regine, I can't say enough great things about her. I mean, she's a blessing. So the lady never sleeps.
I get that. When you find the right person, you're like, how in the heck? Like, no one in America would ever do this.
Dude, exactly. So yeah, and then we tried a little bit of a different angle.
Yep.
So I got my EA boarded. I really did. I probably got 80% off my plate, and there's still more for her to do, and that's one of the reasons why I jumped on the mastermind, because I'm like, all right, what else? Right, I got the big stuff. So how do I refine that? Let's keep moving and keep delegating. Yeah. And then.
So we just heard from Matt now, and Matt, he not only got 80% of things off of his plate, what you just saw there was Matt attended one of our private weekly masterminds that our clients get access to, and he was asking, how can I get my VA even more? Because he's like, I want to be as bored as possible. I want to give as much work so that way I can grow a team. And Matt's already on to his second VA, and he did that within just a few months of having his first. And so a lot of you guys too might need help with your transaction. And so Dan is a brand new real estate agent. He had been in the business like a year and a half. So maybe not brand new, but brand new to the industry as a whole. And he was awful at paperwork. He had spent so much time, he could never get any of his paperwork right. And so he hired 2 virtual assistants from day one with us. And let's hear what Dan has to say.
Hey guys, this is Dan Jerseth, agent. I out of Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I'm about an hour and a half east of the Twin Cities. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to Justin Nelson's virtual assistant program. I hired 2 virtual assistants 3 or maybe it's been a month by now. But over the past month, we started building out the transaction coordination process, and it's been honestly freaking life-saving. They've actually taught me more than anything throughout the process, and everything I was kind of afraid of with communication And them being on the other side of the world, I've never had any issues with any of that stuff, and I could not have asked for any better virtual assistants myself. So thanks, Justin.
All right, so we just heard from Dan. I'm not going to bore you guys. I want to get you out of here. You guys can see all the testimonials below on the screen. If you guys ever have any questions, we can give you a list of as many testimonials as you guys possibly could desire. So the $1 million question. Dun, dun, dun. So Justin, what do you charge? It's really easy. I charge $1 million. If you can give me $1 million, you can have everything. No, I'm just kidding. It's really not $1 million. So we have options for all different budgets. So just jump on a call by applying below. Make sure to fill out all the questions. I want to know everything about your business possible. When you get on the call with us, we will cover all the different options that range from a smaller budget to a bigger budget to the suggestions. We want everybody to be able to get a virtual assistant. Now, this is not a sales call. The whole point of this call is not to get you a virtual assistant. The one purpose of the call is to analyze your business and see if it is ready for a virtual assistant. Let me repeat that. This call is not to sell you a virtual assistant or that you need the program. The call is to analyze your business to see if your business is ready for a virtual assistant. Now, while 90+% of businesses are ready, there are a percentage of people that are not ready for a VA for whatever reason it may be, and we want to make sure that we just don't have people sign up. That is why right now, as of the recording today, we have a 94% stick rate. 94% of people that get a Sphere Rocket VA still have their virtual assistant. 94%. And that was in the heart of COVID. When you think that people would be laying people off, cutting expenses, we have made a 94% program participation rate, an insane number. It is a consultation again about your business to see if what we do is a fit for your business. If you want your time back, you want your life back, and to increase your income, be ready to tell me more about your business. All you guys have to do is click below to apply, read through all the testimonials, let me know if you guys have any questions, click the button to apply. After you apply, it's going to drop you, if you qualify, onto my calendar link. Pick a time on my calendar. I cannot wait to talk with you guys. I appreciate you giving me the last 27 minutes of your time. I will see you guys on the call.